You want to hear the definition of wasting police time? I mean the actual definition of wasting police time with your crap that makes no sense. Okay, well, let me give you a bit of context before I get there. Now, ever since J.K. Rowling, the author of the Harry Potter books, who was as far-leaning left as you could come, came out and made the blasphemous statement that men are men and women are women, they have wanted to cancel and destroy her. And by them, I mean the woke mob has wanted to do that. They actively tried to get the Hogwarts video game to fail. And it did not. It made so much money that J.K. Rowling made even more money than she already has, proving once again these people have absolutely no power. But the people who try to support them are some of the worst disturbed individuals possible. There's somebody who now works for the Ripperverse who made a comment online about how she couldn't wait to play the Hogwarts game, and the company she worked for fired her because of it. Why? Because they embrace the woke mob's crazy ideology. And then again, like I said, the game made a lot of money. Once again, so they try everything possible to just discredit J.K. Rowling. They make it out seem like anywhere she has to go to give a speech or talk or anything, they always try to contact the people at the event and tell them to cancel and tell them to cancel her because it's not a safe space with her there, because apparently they're all a bunch of sissies who can't do a damn thing. Oh, that's their business. They want to waste time, fine. But now, we're reached to the point of wasting police time. And I think the person who did this should have been arrested for this crap. Let's get into this. It took us up from deadline. J.K. Rowling reported to police by former Big Brother contestant over transphobia. Rowling claims she has harassment claim against presenter. So apparently, this news presenter or whatever news broadcaster named India Willoughby, who's a man who's decided to go through some kind of thing to turn himself into a woman, right? Running around telling everybody that he's a woman, change driver's license, all kind of nonsense, because apparently you could be allowed to do that stupidness now. And J.K. Rowling refuses to refer to this gentleman as a woman. And apparently this India Willoughby has spent quite a lot of time online over the years trying to attack J.K. Rowling as well. So when J.K. Rowling refused to call this gentleman a woman, he decided to call the police on her and make a report. I tell you, should have locked his ass up. Let's get into this. A simmering years-long row between J.K. Rowling and broadcaster India Willoughby has spilled over into a police complaint against the Harry Potter author over alleged transphobia. Willoughby, who has appeared on Celebrity Big Brother in the UK and co-hosted shows including Loose Women, said she had reported Rowling to Northumbria police in recent days. In an interview with Byline TV, Willoughby claimed she had a cut and dry complaint against Rowling, arguing that she had been repeatedly misgendered by the writer. You're a man, there is no misgendering there. This whole misgendering nonsense needs to stop. Just because you want to call this something, that's your business. Nobody else has to be forced to go along with it. Willoughby underwent gender reassignment surgery in 2015 and was credited with being the first transgender TV news reporter in the UK, working for ITV Tyne Tees Regional News. I find it so weird. And these people are so happy to push this transgender angle, yet demand that you call them what they're not, and then claim that you're misgendering them or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
In recent days, Rowling has repeatedly declined to use Willoughby's preferred pronouns and has openly mocked the broadcaster in posts on Twitter, now X. The mask is off. People historically have given her the benefit of the doubt, hearing that all she is doing is defending women's rights, Willoughby said. She can't argue that anymore now that she's actually come out and broadly said to me that India Willoughby is a man. That's because you are. That's because you are. And I understand J.K. Rowling where she's coming from. The minute you start letting these men who put on dress and a little makeup and awake and decide to themselves, you know what, they must be allowed to go into women's bathroom. They must be allowed to call themselves women. They must be allowed to participate in this and the other. You're causing problems. And all these women who claim to be feminists and support this, you can never call yourself a feminist. Ever. Because if you're a feminist, you are defending female rights. Men who claim to be women are not female rights. Come on, that's common sense. But no, that's what they do. The UK's Crown Prosecution Service states that hostility based on transgender identity can be prosecuted as a hate crime. So simply saying that you're not going to call somebody by their made-up term in their head is somehow now a hate crime. These people have no idea what the hell they're talking about anymore. You know? Northumbria's police said on Monday, March 4th, we received a complaint about a post on social media. We are currently awaiting to speak to the complainant further. In a series of posts on X, Rowling hit back arguing that she had been advised by lawyers that Willoughby's obsessive targeting of me over the past few years may meet the legal threshold for harassment. Yeah, so she's out there acting like, J.K. Rowling not coming out and openly stating that, I'm a woman because I say so. It's somehow so offensive. She's so offensive that this person needs to call the police. But no, when you're out there attacking J.K. Rowling online, literally doing it for some number of years, that's perfectly fine. That's perfectly fine. This is what J.K. Rowling had to say here. Some time ago, lawyers advised me that not only did I have a clearly winnable case against India Willoughby for defamation, but that India's obsessive targeting of me over the past few years may meet the legal threshold for harassment. She continued on, I ignored this advice because I couldn't be bothered giving India the publicity he so clearly craves. Aware as I am that it's an offense to lie to law enforcement, I'll simply have to explain to the police that in my view, India is a classic example of the male narcissist who lives in a state of perpetual rage that he can't compel women to take him at his own valuation. The author also pointed to an employment tribunal ruling in 2021 which found that researcher Maya Forrester's gender-critical views were a protected philosophical belief under the Equality Act. No law compels anyone to pretend to believe that India is a woman. Exactly. Just because you have that thought in your mind doesn't mean everybody has to do. Everybody has to go along with it. No, it does not. Now, to follow up on that, right, J.K. Rowling will not be arrested for comments about transgender woman, police says. The Harry Potter author slammed a newly enacted hate crime law in Scotland in a series of posts on X in which she referred to transgender women as men because they are men. That's the basics of it. J.K. Rowling shared a social media thread on Monday, the day a new Scottish hate crime law took effect that misgendered several transgender women and appeared to imply trans women have a penchant for sexual predation and stuff. Let's get to the post there. This is what Scotland's new hate crime and public order act criminalizes stirring up hatred against people based on their race, religion, disability, sexuality, or gender identity. Fine, but as long as... But you gotta understand what they mean by it. Anyway, this is what you have to say. In passing the Scottish Hate Crime Act, Scottish lawyers seem to have placed higher value on the feelings of men performing the idea of femaleness, however, misogynistically or opportunistically, than on the rights and freedoms of actual women and girls. Rowling wrote, in part, the new legislation is wide open to abuse by activists who wish to silence those of us speaking out about the dangers of eliminating women's and girls' single-sex spaces. The nonsense made of crime data, violent and sexual assaults committed by men are recorded as female crimes, the grotesque unfairness of allowing males to compete in female sports, the injustice of women's jobs, honors, and opportunities being taken by trans-identified men, and the reality of immutability of biological sex. All of what she's saying is 100% true. Because when you eliminate women and girls' single-sex spaces, you have to be realistic here. There are predators out there who will put on a dress, put on a wig, and go into these bathrooms and assault young girls or women. It has happened before. It has happened before. That's not some kind of made up something. It has happened before. And they also want to talk about the unfairness of allowing males to compete in female sports. If you're a man in any kind of sport, okay, we all know about the Riley Gaines thing with the swimming and all of this stuff. But okay, let's say you're a man competing in swimming, and you can't for the life of you win any kind of event. You always come in second to last or last. You then decide, you know what, I'm going to say I'm a woman, transfer over to female sports, and you can't even beat the top swimmer. You're tying with her because that's the extent of your ability, tying with her. But they're giving you the trophy because they want to show that, they're all about this. No, men have more muscles than women. This is why they are made. This is why there are sports for men, sports for women. If you look at track and field, men have an event, women have an event. Because if the women ran against the men, they would lose. It's as simple as that. I even heard Serena Williams say that, if she played against a man in a tennis match, she'd lose. She knows that. But no, they want to keep pushing this nonsense. So everything that J.K. Rowling has said is 100% true. It is. But when you have lunatics trying to destroy the woman because for some reason you figure that's the, as I say, this is the definition of wasting police time. You're a man who wants to identify as a woman. That's your damn business. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. But when you want to act like, because J.K. Rowling has a brain in her head and is speaking the honest truth that she's somehow attacking you and you must call the police, they should have locked up his ass because that is wasting police time. She did not attack you. She did not do anything to you. There is nothing about that. And I hear people saying this nonsense about how misgendering is an act of violence. No, picking up a 2x4 and cracking your skull open, that is an act of violence. Saying something is not an act of violence. You understand? But because these people have weaponized victimhood, they turn every damn thing into something for you to feel sorry for them about. No. None of that crap. It is what it is. And I, for one, applaud J.K. Rowling for doing that. I mean, she's just learning the hard way. You cannot please the woke mob. Let me know your thoughts on this in the comments. If you have a different opinion, I'd love to hear it. If you like the video, hit that thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Ring the notification bell to be notified every time I put out a new video. And I shall see you all next time. Take care.